Hey guys, so as we get towards the end of Sword and Shield, right? The era is coming to an end. A lot of the booster boxes are selling out in the Pokemon Center, like Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin, Fusion Strike, Astral Radiance. These have all gone this year. Chilling Rain towards the end of last year, obviously, Evolving Skies before that. We're really down to Battle Styles, Vivid Voltage, and Silver Tempest. Those are the last three available in stock on the Pokemon Center. So a lot of people speculate, including myself, that Silver Tempest will be the next one to go. Obviously, if you look at current market price now, I believe it's what, $154. You even have sales a couple days ago, 165 almost. Not selling too much on TCG Player. It makes sense, right? People are going to go other places for their boxes right now. But the point of this video is, where are we going to put our money after Sword and Shield is completely gone, right? Once Silver Tempest sells out, once Battle Style sells out, Vivid Voltage is back in stock for whatever reason, but yeah, I guess once that goes too, if people even value that more than some of these other sets we're going to talk about. But once Battle Styles and Silver Tempest, sell out, because I think those right now are kind of some of the most obvious plays. In the sealed market, obviously, some people are probably still talking about alt arts and, game PSA 10s and stuff like that. But in terms of sealed, Silver Tempest, Battle Styles, once these are gone, where are we going to put our money? And just to be transparent, I do want to talk about some pickups I got. So I just purchased a case of Scarlet and Violet base set from PokeZone in Canada. They had a sale. It was like 125 Canadian. I had a coupon code for free shipping because they don't add tax, which is weird. For whatever reason, I guess they just eat the costs out of their items, which doesn't make a ton of sense, but whatever. And then yeah, so I had free shipping on that, so it came out to 125 Canadian, which is like 91 US or something like that. So that's about as cheap as I've ever seen it in Canada. So I picked up a case, and then on top of that, I bought 3 boxes of Battle Styles. Yes, I bought Battle Styles. It's hard to believe. They are the cheapest I can find in Canada right now is on Hobbiesville. I think they have probably like 25 to 27 more right now in stock at 170 Canadian. This is Canadian price, guys. Relax. 170 Canadian, I think it's like 130 US. I did have a lot of credit built up. I think I had like 30 Canadian or something. So it came out to like 120, 122, 124, something like that US. Low 120s, I believe. So kind of current market price, if we look at the boxes right now, they are selling over 120 now, which is kind of insane considering, for the longest time, Battle Styles was so flat. And, maybe I should have been picking up down here. But to me, this is a more short-term play. I think long-term Battle Styles isn't the best set. But to me, it just makes sense. Like Silver Tempest Battle Styles are probably going to be the next to go. And I did think about getting more Silver Tempest. Obviously, it's in stock. On the Pokemon Center, I think Silver Tempest is a better set than Battle Styles. Top 10 value confirms that as well. But the problem is, I don't want to buy from the Pokemon Center if it's not going to be in case quantity. You can only buy 4 Silver Tempest boxes from the Pokemon Center right now. And the problem when you do that, their packaging is just notoriously terrible. So if you're not buying in case quantity, you're likely going to have the boxes moving around. They're probably going to get damaged, or at least I shouldn't say probably. There's a much higher probability they will get damaged when you buy in less than case quantity, just because they put them in boxes that don't fit properly. They move around a bit. So for me, I'm just not keen on buying boxes of Silver Tempest off the Pokemon Center. And then when I look at a lot of stores in Canada, like where I bought these from, like Hobbiesville and a lot of other ones, like Catch a Card, what else is there? 401 Games, stuff like that, like Deco Gaming, all of these stores, they're really pushing their Silver Tempest up. Like I've seen listings for like 250 Canadian already, which is just insane considering they're still available for 187 plus tax on the Pokemon Center. So yeah, there's not a ton of deals to be found, at least in Canada right now, on Silver Tempest. So that's why I did go ahead and buy a couple boxes of Battle Styles. But, getting into the point of this video, right? After Battle Styles, after Silver Tempest go, where do I see people putting their money? Well, I'm already hedging a bit on Scarlet and Violet, right? I'm picking up a case of base set. I may even try and flip these locally. I'll put them up. Like if they sell, great. If they don't, I'll keep them. Not a big deal. It's not a massive time commitment. So I am gonna, try and move them if I can for obviously a bit of profit. And then, basically right now, all I'm doing is building money for the end of the year. Because a lot of these sets in Scarlet and Violet, I think, are going to be the next play. Probably not Obsidian Flames, because, in my opinion, it's absolute dog shit. The top 10 value is like $130 or something. So if you exclude the Umbreon stamp promo, obviously. But yeah, just I think Paldea Evolved could get reprinted. I wouldn't be surprised if Paradox Rift eventually cops a reprint. I don't have 151 pulled up, but obviously 151, a lot of people think there may be a reprint coming in English because the Japanese one is coming. So yeah, there's going to be lots of options, whether it's Paldea Evolved, which, by the way, where's my booster box up here? Paldea Evolved is now selling at $120. The market price says it's about 110. The last 3 sales, all from today, 120, 120, 118, 98. And if you actually look at the data, I think even yesterday there was yesterday 2 boxes sold at 119.99. So last 4 sales are essentially $120 a box on Paldea Evolved. You could have bought this a couple months ago for like low 90s, right? So just popping off. When you look on eBay, and when I look at least in a lot of stores in Canada, like Cans and Games is sold out. Catch a Card has them listed for like 145 Canadian, which is actually a pretty good deal considering the price. Hobbiesville, are they completely sold out? They might have a few boxes as well. Like a lot of these places in Canada, the big stores, they're selling out of Paldea Evolved. They don't have a ton of boxes. So, we can infer that either this thing's just gonna continue to climb in price over the next few months, or it's gonna cop a reprint, come down to about $90 or something. So either way, I don't care, right? Like I'm sitting on a lot of Paldea Evolved. If it gets reprinted, that's great. I'll just buy more. That's why right now, again, I'm just trying to build as much money as possible. I'm doing flips when I have time to even build more money. I'm picking up deals when I see them. I'm, just stacking cash from like real life, my job and stuff. So a lot of what I'm doing right now is getting ready for the fall, getting ready for Black Friday, eventually when it comes and stuff like that. So what I am personally going to be doing, and you guys can let me know in the comments down below what you're going to do. I believe a lot of us are going to have much different plans. That's okay. I'm pretty much giving up on Sword and Shield at this point, just because it's very hard to find legitimately fair prices. Like a lot of places in Canada are just marking everything up. And then also buying above MSRP, I'm not a huge fan of anyway. So, Scarlet and Violet base, picked up a case. Battle Styles, this is probably going to be one of my last Sword and Shield purchases. But yeah, obviously Scarlet and Violet base. Paldea Evolved, if I find good deals on this, I will be buying more. If it gets reprinted, I will buy more. What else do we have here? Temporal Forces. If the prices start to come down on this, I'll probably buy more. If you look at top 10 value right now currently, Temporal Forces is actually a bit higher than Paldea Evolved. Obviously, it's a newer set. I imagine prices are probably going to continue to come down a bit. As we saw with like Roaring Moon and stuff in Paradox Rift. And, obviously the Magikarp's a bit different, right? It's a fan favorite Pokemon. And that's why I'm a bit higher on Paldea Evolved, is just because the Magikarp, fan favorite, people want it. Obviously, you have Raichu as well. Tyranitar, Iono's up, still holding around $75, which is a really good sign to see. Chien Pao's moved up to $25. I imagine this card is still playable, right? So someone let me know in the comments. Super Rod 2, is this a playable card? I imagine. And we've talked about the depth of Paldea Evolved numerous times, but for me, it's still the top set in Scarlet and Violet that has a booster box so far outside of 151. And that's another thing, just to end the video. Sorry, I didn't bring anything up for 151, but if a reprint comes, I will be buying some 151. I'll look for sealed booster bundle displays or ETBs, sealed case of ETBs. What else? Maybe UPCs if those get reprinted. So yeah, that's really where I'm going to be putting my money the rest of the year. You guys can let me know in the comments what you're planning to do. Maybe you're still buying alternate art cards. Maybe you're buying up Magikarps in PSA 10s, or you're buying raw ones to grade, or who knows, maybe you think the Tyranitar is undervalued. Personally, when I look at a lot of these Scarlet and Violet sets, I think there's a lot of cards that can still move. Like to me, Groudon, someone mentioned this in the comments. I imagine this card could definitely push $50, like, or even higher. Like, who knows, right? Like, you have a Gen 3, right? Gen 3 Legendary. Um, Iron Valiant under $30 as well. Very surprising to me. Altaria 2 at 25. This one's getting properly rated, I think. So, but you know, in a lot of these sets, right? Like, there are cards where there's probably going to be a lot of value. And to some other people's points that have talked about this, obviously selling singles, you got to factor in your costs, your time, just to sell like a bunch of, like, if you bought 600 $3 cards, right? Even if they double, like, your time commitment's not really worth it. But yeah, those. I mean, I'm gonna end this video now because I'm just like kind of ranting and rambling at this point. But yeah, to end the video, Paldea Evolved, if it gets reprinted, I'm gonna be picking up. I'm kind of done with Sword and Shield, so Paldea Evolved is gonna be a lot of my main focus. 151, if it gets reprinted, will be a main focus for me as well. And then obviously newer sets coming out, like the specialty set. I'm gonna be buying PC ETBs. I'll buy 4 of them. If they do like 2 different boxes, I'll buy 8, like whatever. And then yeah, I mean, just looking ahead to the potential dragon set we're gonna get towards the end of the year, which should more than likely at this point be a booster box set. So I have really high hopes for that. So yeah, you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think, what you're looking at for the rest of 2024. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, leaving likes, using the affiliate links when you do your shopping and all that helps out a ton. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.